rings are on that. You feel that?
What?
Like, put your right hand down on this.
On what?
Just feel how high the ring keys are.
Okay.
Just do that, like all 3 fingers. And feel this one.
Okay. So why is it like that?
No, not just bad climate.
Okay. So here we are, doing our lesson. You're kind of in the this is Brandon. Alright, so do you want me to like play you something and then we can work on things? Because my big issue is using the register key.
Sure.
Okay.
Can you read it?
Yeah. Sorry. Make me better! Really though. What am I doing wrong?
Do you just want to work on the break, or is it general sounds or anything?
Both. Everything.
Are you biting? Do you feel your top teeth like kind of biting on top of the mouthpiece?
A little bit. And actually I told Julia that, like, is it weird that my throat is hoarse after playing clarinet?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, play open G and just hold it. And I'm going to try and pull the clarinet out as you play. Okay, put in a little bit more mouthpiece. Like more so much on the lower half, and I think you're going, like you're thinking about it, just going, and you don't want to have, you want more of a, let's see. Like it's a very narrow stream of air. Instead of just trying to like flute, just blow over the instrument. Just the afterglow thing, but just like aiming it and read. Okay, now do. You said break, right? So
yeah.
Is it going over the break or playing anything above the break?
I can't play B natural, and then everything over the break is like I'm hurting myself.
Try a B. I'm sure it's.
What am I doing?
If you look in the mirror, I don't know if you know, but if you watch like this bottom part of your throat, when you try and go up, your body's going, we can see expanding. You want to try and keep all throat movement to 0. Like you want to keep all air out of your throat, because when if you do it otherwise, you end up kind of going. Quick, it backs up, and that's not going into the horn. It's just making it look goofy.
Yeah.
So as far as going up through F, think of it as it's the aiming your air thing, but you need to aim it a little bit higher.
Through the reed, or yes?
Like yes, when you play like an open G, technically if you think about it, you're aiming your air here. When you play higher up, eventually if we're really high, you're gonna aim it lower to keep it in pitch, but from around F to G, you need to aim it up, so the air needs to go a little bit faster to get the nose to speak.
Yeah.
As far as the B goes, I wonder if it's just goofy clarinet or voicing. Try A to B.
Why am I getting that high pitch?
It's overtone. I can't even do it.
So what should I be doing then?
Basically, I think it's just an embouchure thing, because usually that's all that causes squeaking, because it's just overblowing at some point. So you're rolling your lip back in, like when you play. Don't think like, but I guess Julie had a good one of putting on chapstick kind of thing.
Okay.
You just want to. It's not. You don't want your lip to be like that, but just enough, and then you want to keep your chin straight.
Straight, yeah.
It's kind of a weird sound, like a weird ooh, or almost.
Like an umlaut.
Like a what?
Like an umlaut, where you say e and then to ooh. E. E. Do that?
Yeah, I guess. Like. Is that as loud as you can play it?
Better?
Try just playing C then B. Just try to get like a good tone for the V first.
Oh, okay. What do I do? Okay. What are you doing to make it?
Put your top teeth a little bit further down.
Okay.
Don't, because it shouldn't be right at the tip.
Okay.
It should be about a quarter way down. Try maybe a D, then go down from there. Okay, just forget whatever I said and try and like how you used to play the D. Like how'd you get it to?
My corners aren't in, and I keep going over, and I don't know what. Am I trying to blow air into the reed?
I think you're trying to use too much. In a way, it's too much because I feel like you're taking your air and kind of going like you're just trying to shove it into the horn.
Yes.
It's actually a lot less air than you think.
Okay.
When you play into the horn, do you feel the back of your throat open up like you're going like it's a very
violent gesture that I'm doing. If that makes any sense.
Nice.
No, I mean that's what I'm doing.
I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing. Make sure you're covering the bottom hole.
Okay.
Do you mind if I try it?
Yeah.
You're not like sick, are you?
No, I'm not. Shut up.
No, it's just a terrible.
Is it a terrible read? Or is it...
I want you to try something.
Okay. Okay, thank you. What am I trying to do?
Just play anything.
Okay.
Try just to play the other range too, because I think it might just be.
Okay.
Even the lower range, just as far as sound goes.
Okay. Do you want this back? I don't want to like mess up here.
No, sure. This felt really soft to me. Like, might be part of your problem.
Soft as in, what does that mean? Like the reed is soft?
As in, if you're biting at all, it won't work. So
Okay.
it's not a lot of leeway to do things correctly. It's that's my gripe with teaching is typically students don't start on great horns and it's really annoying to try and teach them, but
You switched my reed. Like, you moved it up. Where is it supposed to be?
Typically, I play it as you want it to be basically level to where you can still see a little bit of the black, not necessarily pushing on it, but it should not be over it to where you can't see the top of the mouthpiece at all.
Okay.
And if it's too low, basically how it works, if it's too high, it'll be a stiffer feeling reed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see a lot of the black, if it's kind of low like that, then it'll be somewhat fuzzy and soft. So typically I want it.
Let me check to see how much time you have left. 5 more minutes.
Yeah, part of your problem is just the horn is not that good.
Okay.
Actually.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what am I doing?
Just try and play.
What should I play?
Just see if it makes a difference to try and play the B or anything.
Oh, what am I doing? What note am I playing?
You're playing A and B up top, but part of it is this is actually it seems like it's a tricky horn to play because these keys don't seal that well. But
so what would I do with a kid if they had keys like this?
slap them by any horn.
Well, no.
Basically, you just need to make sure that you're covering the holes, especially for the long B and C, because I noticed that your finger is a little bit this bottom hole open sometimes, and because how I showed you earlier, the green keys are a little high. That means that your fingers have to kind of push down harder to seal the hole.
But you shouldn't do that, right?
Now, not biting, but squeezing in tension is not good. But as far as making it play, on that horn, it might be better to make sure everything is sealing.
Okay.
Yeah, just try that again.
Okay. Oh man.
You're doing it.
I just don't even know what I'm doing.
I think it's a focused air thing. I still feel like you're doing kind of a like this blowing, and think of it as like one little spot.
Kind of like a reverse vacuum cleaner.
Reverse vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it should be a horizontal thought of air.
I feel like you're blowing this right now.
Yeah.
And you need more of a maybe just even strength of the hole. It's just a very arrow kind of.
Like that?
That's not.
I don't know.
You're doing. How? I don't know what you did because that's not the
I'm not even playing the right notes.
No, those are the right notes.
Oh. But I want to play a B.
You did play a B.
Did I?
Yeah. And a lot of it, kind of like with any instrument, is like if I were to start trumpet again or whatever, it's just play that note, those notes a lot, and kind of memorize where they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like brass partials, because it is slightly different. The whole clarinet is basically it's the same amount of air all the time. It's called voicing. They just aim it in different spots, and it's weird to think of it as aiming because it's all going in the same spot.
Do you do that with like your tongue placement? Because Sam keeps talking about like how it's like a.
Where is your tongue? That's a good question.
It's kind of actually like right in the middle. And that's probably not good. It should probably be right at the top, right?
Yeah. Typically, you want your tongue. It's not. If you think about it, it's like an arch, but you can't really arch your tongue. You just need your tongue to be at the top here.
Okay.
Because you want basically your air is going over your tongue, and to get it more focused, it helps to keep your tongue up because then it's a smaller channel to go through.
Okay.
So try and play it with your tongue. Like if you were to go, like in just like the smallest air possible, and take your tongue, like way up top. It's almost like you need to have it that high, not like it's wide, but you know, can you do like the taco tongue thing? Yeah. It's that kind of shaped air in every way, like you're channeling it with your tongue that way. Don't make the taco sound, but.
Okay. Am I doing it?
Yeah, it's and the whole voicing thing, people deal with that even in college, so it's like it's a figuring it out the whole time.
How do you change voicing then?
It's like going from the low C and the register key to up. It's a different, or actually,
like, how are you changing it? Like with
voicing?
your like mouth, with your tongue, with your throat? What are you like? Just the amount of air, the speed of the air.
The higher you go, typically you need to have faster air.
Mm-hmm.
Lower is a little bit broader, and you can kind of get away with it a little bit, but it sounds kind of honky on clarinet. That's what happens when you hear that.
Yeah.
You can't, it's always weird to try and describe the inside of your mouth.
Yeah. There's no easy way.
It's like, let me just cut this out and you can see.
We have enough time, by the way. So, thank you. Da-da.